Hello, everybody, and welcome to Play It on the Table with a very special episode. Breaking news, there is a new game in town. So we've all gotten together to test it out. My name is Jackson Trahan, and I am joined...
Yeah, flash that hardware.
Yes. I am joined by my players for this evening. My dear brother, Riley Trahan.
Hey, how's it going? When you said very special episode, back in my day, that was a phrase that we reserved for when Dawson's Creek was going to teach you about AIDS. So.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, this isn't exactly that, but it's sort of like that in that this is a rare event, true. Like the AIDS crisis. We should cut that
out. Leave it in and double it.
We just bleep it and then let everybody wonder.
Oh, that might be worse.
we're talking about the AIDS crisis.
Okay. Joined by my dear brother Riley Trahan, my friend Bruno Menezes.
I usually do the thing, but now I'm here.
Yeah, switching up their normal positions, and Sterling Hines.
What up? An actual DnD podcast. What a concept.
Yeah, a D&D podcast in our D&D podcast. There's a new version of Dungeons & Dragons, the new 5th edition. It's very poorly branded, in my opinion, but that's not really what we're here to talk about. We're here to play it. So we have been fortunate enough to get our grubby mitts on these books a little bit early. So we have had some time to prepare characters and to study up on the new rules and to get everything set so that we can have this session here before the books are even officially released, although the digital book is out now. So if you wanted to play, you should grab it. Yeah. Is there anything else I should say?
Do you want to hit the socials and stuff?
Yes. Before we actually get started on the play of it all, wanted to remind you can keep up with all of our tabletop action and everything else we have going on at NIHF.com. You can subscribe for free. You just have to type in your email and you'll get all of our content delivered straight to your inbox. Or you can follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, at Nerded Here First on everything. Plus, you can get more of our shows on YouTube at youtube.com/nerdedherefirst and hitting the subscribe button. So do please do all of that. Anything that you do helps us out tremendously, and it lets us know the sort of stuff that you guys care about. And then we can make more of that stuff, and then everybody's happy. So please do let us know if you like this episode, or if you don't, I guess. So I have prepared a little quick one-shot adventure for the three of you boys. I've asked each of you to prepare a character. Unfortunately, these books are being released in a sort of a staggered way because of printing practicalities. You can only make so many books per day. So a lot of the new rules we have are pretty focused on combat. So this one shot that we're doing, at least for this time, is going to also be pretty focused on combat. But we might come back as new books are released and try to focus on some other stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys have your characters? Are you all ready?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Let's do it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's rock and roll.
Right. Let's get into
Let's
it.
rock it.
It is the princess's 10th birthday.
Yay!
Woo! Huzzah!
Yeah.
And if there is one thing the princess loves, it is games of all types. So, in honor of her birthday, the Empire, has been putting on a multi-day celebration of all sorts of games and festivities that you can participate in. But the culmination of this event are the battle games, which take place in a coliseum and feature all sorts of different affairs, like jousting, chariot riding, combat, and you three, as adventurers of some repute, have decided to sign up for this event. Now, the morning of, you each come in to the capital city. It's a raucous time. There are a lot of guests who are visiting from other towns, and indeed other kingdoms. as you make your way through the gates, we need to figure out which of you shows up at the Coliseum first. So, do you guys want to have a little bit of a roll-off? And we can maybe come up with an order for who arrives first.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll do rollies. Nat 20, baby.
10.
Oh, damn. All right. Looks like Sullivan is up first.
I came early.
Hey.
I said, you know what? I set up a tent outside morning, like
Sure.
day
You
before.
probably wouldn't be the only one, to be honest. Like I said, there are visitors of all sorts of walks of life coming into the town. So you're very eager. You need the money, I suppose, and set up camp early. You wake up and go into the Coliseum at early light. Everything's still getting set up right now. You see actually a surprising number of people carrying in goods. You see like a few different donkeys pulling in carts down into the base of the Coliseum. You notice one particular gentleman. He appears to be a dwarf who seems to be running the show. He's barking commands at people, telling everyone where to go. You think he might be a good place to start to figure out where you should go.
Excuse me, fine sir.
What's up?
Do you happen to know which way to go if we're here to sign up for the games?
Oh, right. He pulls out a clipboard and starts flipping through it. What's your name, son?
Name's Sullivan Pickett, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Nice to meet you.
He's already stopped listening. Pickett. All right. So we've got you signed up for 2 events, yeah? Up first, you got the monster hunting. And then towards the end of the night, you're also going to be participating in the sparring event. Is that good for you?
Sparring? Yeah, what are the rules of the sparring event? Do I have to use just a weapon?
No. Any magical weapons, anything's allowed. Try not to kill each other if you can, but we have clerics. Whatever is most entertaining. I think that's the chief concern right now.
Ooh, alright. Well, I will guarantee you entertainment then.
Elira! And you see a half-elven woman comes over. Yes, sir? This one's going in for the games. Can you take him down to the waiting room? And you get escorted into the base of the Coliseum. As I mentioned, because you're particularly early, it's actually surprisingly empty compared to when the next 2 will arrive. But there's a lot of shopkeepers. There's a lot of, it seems like, agreements with local businesses where they are allowed to help equip and outfit the equipment for all of the different competitors for the event in exchange for money. So if you wanted to, while you are here, you are actually free to do some shopping. I haven't told you this, but each of you as level 5 characters start with 500 additional gold that is not on your character sheets right now. So you can mark that down. And while we're doing this introductory stuff, you can look around. Most stuff is available for purchase. The biggest things that are not are spell scrolls and healing potions. So you cannot grab as many of those as you want. But if you want weapons or armor or any of the other equipment that you see in the inventory section, you can let me know. You can buy those. Admittedly, you 3 actually are 3 of the classes that need the least equipment in the game, which is pretty funny. But
Really?
It's still an option.
And how many gold did you say we have?
500, along with whatever else you have on your character sheet, right? That's also, like, to be clear, your life savings as a person. So you probably don't want to blow all of that, like, in character here. But we're also not continuing this game, so I'm not going to stop you.
Well, is this tournament for money?
Yes, there is prize money.
Is it more than 500 gold?
It is probably not more than 500 gold. It's probably pretty comparable to 500 gold.
Fair enough.
One big group.
Probably in the hundreds. Maybe. Who rolled next highest? I think it was Riley?
Me, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Oh, well, we'll wait, actually. All right, so Riley, you roll into town. You know, going into town's always interesting for you, because down here and everybody else up here, you get a lot of looks at a lot of butts. But you make your way through. That's why you have the pointy hat. All about it. I love that, you little weirdo.
You don't know, man.
So, You make your way in. You have a pretty similar interaction with the dwarf, but I don't imagine we have to role play.
We're eye to eye though, which is nice.
Yes, much more your size of a guy. And you eventually also get escorted down to below the Colosseum, where you see a very similar scene. Things are a little more set up now, and I imagine you would probably find Sullivan, like maybe asleep. I don't know what he's been doing with his spare time, but you are brought to the same waiting area that he is. And Quirling, do you want to describe what he sees as he approaches?
Ooh. Yeah, as you come down, there's this hooded man, and you'd think that by wearing a hood he'd want to obscure himself some, but all over his body he just has these colorful leather bits that at first glance look like armor, but then you take a closer look and you realize it's all decorative. None of it's actually protective. It's all like worked craftsman leather that's been dyed like these flamboyant colors. And he's down there. He's probably flirting with the hottest.
How many belts does Sullivan have?
Sullivan has 3 belts, definitely.
3 discrete belts.
Yeah, one around his waist and 2 like cocked to the sides.
Yeah, sure.
He's a treasure hunter.
Of course. No, I don't know why I asked. And what about you, Riley? What's your character?
So I'm playing Garrick Windwhisper, who is he's a gnome, and I think Garrick has a modest brown robe and a spear that he more uses as a walking stick, and a shaved head and 1 scar across his right cheek. A common thing in RPG video games now is they let you add scars, so I thought I should probably do that.
Yeah. This is my favorite. Every now and then you can get Riley to talk about character customization in video games, and he talks about how he used to be satisfied to have brown hair and be a boy, and now he's
they're like, "What's your dong look like, idiot?"
So, Garrick, as the half-elf Elira walks you up and you see this hooded figure, she says, and this will be your waiting area. Feel free to peruse any of the wares if you want to prepare anything ahead of time. Oh, and here. And she actually pulls out and hands each of you a regular healing potion that you can add to your inventory, which is the one that you will get. Like I said, you can't have as many as you want, but you get one.
I will begin figuring out how to add it to my inventory as we...
Oh, yeah. I'm also, for the viewing audience at home, these are obviously new rules for everyone here, and it's a new virtual character sheet that we're using, so there's a lot of... There might be some hiccups in us figuring these things out, but I promise we will. And Riley, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I just have to add an item to my backpack. It's very easy.
Hell yeah. Do you say anything to this figure?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for the old potion. Love a heal up, especially in the middle of such a big tourney. Small guy. We like to keep down.
Of course. Well, don't use it too quickly.
Oh, we don't drink it all in one place, you're saying?
I believe we have one more. She's sort of... We have one more person joining, I believe. I'll go see if they've arrived, and she wanders off.
Oh, how's it going there? A human hooded man whose name I've already forgotten because I was busy with the potions.
Oh, well, it's very nice to make your acquaintance. Name's Sullivan Pickett, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I'm sorry, is treasure hunter extraordinaire your surname? Did I misunderstand?
First name Sullivan Pickett, second name treasure hunter extraordinaire.
No, Sullivan must introduce himself by his full title every time.
No, I dig it.
Sure, okay. Just making sure.
I see you wore the brown robes today. Very astute choice.
Yeah, don't let them see it when me shit myself, does I?
Good, I'm glad you told me. Before too much longer, on the other side of town, there is a very different kind of a figure clomping through the streets. Clue, as you wander, you have the opposite problem. If anything, not enough butts. You're towering over it. You have a clear view of the stadium from the start, and you can beeline straight there. You have to duck a little bit to make it under the tunnel to get underground in the Coliseum when you're getting introduced. But before too long, the two of you actually notice before introductions are made. Lyra comes back in with, I assume, if your standard height, a over 7 foot half giant.
About 8
you want to
foot,
describe
yes.
yourself?
Clue is exactly 8 foot tall.
There's a lot of masculine energy in this session. I like it.
Very broad shoulders, a very Drax-looking look. In that he does have the tattoos covered all over. He's not wearing a shirt. He has wraps around his arms and his ankles, as well as his head. He is dressed as a monk,
Sure.
an oversized monk, but he has a lot more under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
Bet he does.
This is Clue.
God.
Clue is here.
Clue, you are brought in, and you come in again. Your head is actually kind of nice because this underneath the stadium often houses monsters and other things. So the ceilings are actually quite high, which is a little more comfortable for you compared to usual. There's a wide array of different booths. You even do notice a few that have weapons in your size, not that you will be needing them. And you're eventually brought into a comedically small waiting room with these other two individuals. You might not even, just like sitting on 2 chairs. Lyra introduced you. These are your 2 co-fighters for these fights. This is Sullivan and Garrick, was it?
Yeah, it's right. Me's Garrick, little known one.
So the 3 of you will be competing together for your 2 events. You will be up first in monster hunting. We have captured a larger beast than expected, so be prepared, but you'll be fine.
Oh, he's a big one, isn't he?
And then, indeed.
Clue
And
is
then,
always prepared.
Later on tonight, you will be facing off against each other. So be sure to not show off too many of your skills, and try not to kill one another. Clue, are you looking down at Garrick? I like to imagine the two. You're just like, oh.
How you do?
Alrighty. Howdy, governor. So you are, Clue, given your own basic healing potion as well, and left to shop around if you have anything you desire. And you gather that this is the whole of your company.
I think we got a pretty good team with us, don't we think? Got a big fella, got a little fella, got a medium-sized fella. Them's all the fellas.
Yeah, look at us. We form a nice gradient.
We should stand from littlest to biggest, freak them out.
Absolutely.
Clue
What
is
up?
I'm
pleased.
adjusting your position in the map.
Now, Mr. Clue, what happens to be your speciality?
Clue is chosen one.
Oh.
Oh.
Boy,
That's good to know. That's good to have.
Yeah. All right.
the gods,
What,
or like yourself. Yeah, it's fun with me either way. Just for now on.
Other Clue men don't have powers, but Clue has powers.
Oh.
I cast Sorcerer's Burst.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. On something?
Yes, I'll cast it on a lamppost.
Yeah, okay, great. Go ahead and make an attack roll, I believe. Oh god, why did you pick a new
This
spell?
fella's got spell slots to spare, ain't it? I wanted to go with like
Yeah,
Dick Van Dyke.
you make a ranged
style
attack
accent
roll.
for my character.
Excuse me. 25.
Yeah, I'll say that hits a fucking lamppost.
Ooh.
What type of damage are you doing, Clue?
I'll do cold damage. That seems to be the least threatening.
Smart. So you see Clue raises a hand and pretty nonchalantly chants a few magic words and makes a gesture, and a beam of cold energy shoots out, and you see that a crackle of ice appears on this lamppost that seems quite damaged. There's a gasp throughout the room. A lot of people freeze and turn to see who just fired a spell off in the middle
Who's
of a
popping
crowded
off?
room. And then they see who did it, and then they decide they're probably not going to tell him off about it. So it's fine. You can roll for damage if you want, Bruno.
It's fine.
Sure.
Well, Clue's a chosen one then, isn't he?
Do any of you have any particular equipment that you picked up or want to pick up?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to do at least some quick shopping before.
You can also, sure, you go looking around. There, like I said, there are a lot of tables that have weaponry and armor that doesn't interest really any of you. There is a few people set up devoted to like caring for animals who are pulling the carriages and keeping the wheels greased and making sure the carriages are in working order. But there's also a lot of smaller trinkets. There are people selling an all number of tools that you might need, things like shovels and crowbars and caltrops, and there's one alchemist there who's actually selling alchemical fire.
Does he have any stronger concoctions of a more volatile nature? Maybe more of a poisonous description.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I can probably arrange that. I'd have to brew it right quick, but I can manage that.
Yeah.
You can pick up a basic poison for sure.
Yeah, I'll take some dipping poison.
Well,
Let's see here. Basic poison. Gear will cost you 100 of your gold.
Wow. All right. I'll do it, but goddamn.
And as a bonus action, you can coat one weapon or up to 3 pieces of ammunition, and it adds an extra D4 of poison damage.
A bonus action.
Lasts for a minute.
Boomerang.
Yo, as a wizard, a bonus action is everything to me. Thank you.
This is one of the changes. A lot of the equipment has had sort of its action economy change. So, like, well, this does matter actually to you, Riley. The alchemical fire and a few other things you can actually use in place of one of your attacks if you have more than one attack. So you can throw it and then still use an attack. And then there's a lot of things like your healing potions are now a bonus action. Most potions and poisons and stuff like that are bonus actions. So make sure you peruse through, see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, so Garrick is just kind of walking up and down the stalls, muttering to himself, just going, "Boomerangs, boomerangs, boomerangs."
Boomerangs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You do remarkably find one of the weapon dealers is selling a curved... It's actually, I'm not going to say it's a curved boomerang. It's one of the real ones. It's like a cross boomerang.
It'll do me just fine. Come back when I throw.
The boomerang is a range... On a miss, the boomerang will return to your hand. If it hits, it falls on the ground.
That's fine. That I can work with that.
Wow. Yeah, I get.
All right.
Yeah,
It's,
I get
wait,
one of
is
the
it
magic
made of? I
boomerangs
want.
that comes right
What's
back.
it made out of? This is important.
Metal.
No, I'm looking for a wooden one, ain't I?
It can be
All right
metal.
then, perfect for me.
I don't actually care. I assumed you wanted metal, but yeah, wood's easier.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to add equipment, you should have a boomerang. Let me pull up how much a fucking boomerang.
There wasn't a cost in our
I love
D&D
D&D.
Beyond, but yeah, I'll pay whatever it costs to get it.
Oh. Weird. Okay, give me a
25
second. I'm gonna
gold
look
or
into
whatever,
this.
yeah.
I'll let you know. Somewhere around there.
I actually have.
Bruno, you got anything?
Clue needs more potions.
Okay. Potions are a little, like I said, healing potions are not for sale for the sake of the game, but certain other ones, if they are of a low enough rarity, might be. Yeah, we'll say 25 gold, right?
Cool.
That's fine.
Man, poison must
If
be like
you-
a controlled substance or something. It's expensive.
Why is this so hard to get a handle on? While you guys are shopping, you find someone selling a bag just full of tiny metal spheres.
A bag of ball. I will absolutely take a bag of ball bearings.
Yeah, sure, it's a gold.
Hell yeah.
You have well, it actually, they don't specify how many you have anymore, probably because they got sick of people using them individually.
Fair.
But you can still use them as an action to create a 10-foot square where people need to succeed a dex save or fall prone.
Absolutely. What is it called in D&D?
Ball bearings.
Oh, it is? I can't find it then.
You must have something weird going on.
Oh, never mind. I was accidentally filtering by something.
Ah.
There we go.
Rad. And hilariously, I do like the addition at the end. It takes 10 minutes to collect all the ball bearings.
1, 2,
Yeah, that's like
3.
1,000 pickup. So, clue. Potions. Right.
Jack, I take back what I said about the character sheet on D&D Beyond. I actually really like it.
You liking it? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It's very helpful.
It's just, I mean, I mostly wanted it because, like I said, a lot of new rules, and I want to make sure we're all clear on the exact phrasing for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're only good with common, yes?
You could probably find uncommon, depending on what it is, but definitely common you could do.
Could I get an oil of slipperiness?
Yeah, probably. How could that possibly break everything?
Bruno breaks the game with lube.
Oil of slipperiness. What the hell is this thing you're buying? Flows quickly when poured, covers a creature. Freedom of movement. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. I literally didn't know this was a thing.
And then could I additionally have the potion of climbing?
No. They don't
I
have
like to
that.
think. I like to think that the in character, the potion scholar, just like looked at the combination that I was asking for. I was like, nope, not happening.
They don't have potion of climbing for security reasons because the princess is going to be watching.
Yeah, it's like when you walked into the CVS and you put hairspray and a lighter on the conveyor belt. No.
All right, so armed with your potions, your poisons, and your boomerangs, you start to hear some of the fights begin above, or they're not all fights, some of the competition begin above. You are eventually approached by Elira again, the same half-elf, who directs you through a series of corridors, up a set of stairs, and to a long, dramatic hallway where she does not seem to be following. You can hear the crowd cheering from the other side of. As you go down the dark hallway and light begins to pour into your eyes, it's a little blinding at first, and your vision adjusts. You find yourselves, if everybody has the map open, if not, you can open it now, inside a large stadium, surrounded by people, with a dais just in front of you, upon which the young princess is sitting.
Ooh, geez. There we are.
You are in height order, don't worry.
Good.
As you approach, you are announced, and the princess waves at you. You can take your positions anywhere you want on the field here. For this fight, it matters a little less, but I would ask that you try to use the arrow keys to actually move yourself around so I can see what squares you step on, because that might be important.
Okay, good to know.
For sure.
All right, I'm just testing it.
There you go. Yeah, and you're given free rein. People are cheering. They announced that you are here for the Monster Hunt, which is a highly anticipated event. As I mentioned, the monster they got this year is said to be particularly large.
Do we know which one of these things the monster's coming out of? Left or right? Okay, cool.
That's why I went with the middle.
Yeah, I like...
Bad no matter what.
I'm gonna... Now that we're actually in the arena, I'm gonna real quick cast Mage Armor on myself before I forget, like an idiot.
Clue cast Mage Armor.
Good call, spellcasters. Go ahead and mark off one first level... Oh, no. Wait, you don't get a free use, do you, Sterling? You just get to have it for free.
I believe that's something that comes at a later level, is getting a free use of Mage Armor.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yes, I am marking my first slot.
So you both use your first level spell slot, but that's fine. Now your ACs are 15, I believe, both of you. 13 plus your dexterity, whatever that is.
Yes, and I have my Arcane Ward up now.
Hold. God.
Yes.
I know it's already too soon, but may I use a single sorcery point to cast that instead?
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll do that.
Oh,
And I yell across the field. Garrick Smallman, Sullivan's Meteor Man, what can you do for Clue?
You boomerang?
You guys can also have a strategy discussion when you're not getting ready to fight the monster. That's allowed. You had plenty of time to discuss.
Yeah, sure. So
yeah, so like, yeah, what all should our strategy be? I'm not much for taking hits.
You're tougher than you think you are. You're pretty comparable with the other two, to be honest, Sullivan.
That was after I made a decision to take a feat. I originally had 19 health.
Indeed.
I can get in there and hit him about a bit if needed. Knock her out. A little bit of the old bibbly jibbly.
The trenches are good.
Clue, are you much of a hitting man? Do you smash things?
No.
No. All right. Thank you for being honest, friend.
Like, I feel like all of us were,
He's just big.
But-
He's not the
or
strongest.
at least
But Clue is chosen.
True
like
though.
how Bruno and I were like, I'm gonna take a class and racial background. What are they called now? It's background species. We're gonna take a class and a species that don't go together at all.
Right, yeah. Well, you're allowed to now, so it's fun. So as you approach and you are greeted by the princess, you see her. She has olive skin, and you can see patches of golden scales that reveal her draconic ancestry. Links back to the people who founded this empire. She seems delighted at the notion that you might be about to be eaten by a monster. And before too long, the two gates you see on either side of you, clunk, 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 go up. And you hear approaching. It's, as I said, a little hard to tell which side it's coming from at first. The crowd starts to get quiet as it gets louder and louder. And you see, from the right side of the arena, a serpentine head swirl out of the darkness. And then a second one. And then two more. As stomping out, you see a hydra that has actually had one of its necks is already cut off. You see it's missing one of its heads, and the stump seems sort of blackened and calloused over top. But there are still four heads as it comes out, and each of them. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Man, I chose the wrong time to not take Fireball on a wizard.
13.
Alchemist Fire is looking pretty cool right now.
I got 4.
It's gonna
That's
be
a
12.
13 for you.
I got a 14 plus
Let
3.
me- Sorry. Gotta open up the encounter real quick. Ah, rats. Hold on. Okie doke. 14 plus, well, I just need to know what you roll. It'll add it
17.
for me.
Oh, sorry, 14. I rolled a 14.
Sterling?
I rolled a 10, but I don't think my initiative bonus is correct.
What should it be?
It should just be a +2. I don't know why it's like adding my proficiency bonus. I'm definitely not proficient in it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it says it's like a +5 or something.
Didn't you get proficiency in that from the alert feat, or am I making that up?
Oh, is that what it is? It's alert?
Oh.
Oh,
Checking.
that makes sense.
Alert.
I think
Yep, you add 3 to
I-
your initiative. You get
think
you add your
alert gives you
proficiency
that.
to your initiative.
yeah.
Oh, right. Wait. Another thing alert does is I can choose to swap with somebody in initiative. Do we
Yeah.
want
Mhm.
that?
Well, what did Clue get?
I got a 13.
Okay, and then the Hydra. Alright. So the current initiative order is Riley with a 14, then Clue, or sorry, Garrick with a 14, then Clue with a 13, and then, Louise. Sullivan with a 15. Oh, it didn't add it automatically. Okay, so Riley, you have a
17 total.
yes, total? And Clue, you have a 16 total?
No, it was a 13 total. I rolled a 10 and then it's +3.
Understood. Okay,
Sorry.
so yes, the initiatives are 17, 15, and 13. And Sterling, if you want to swap to go first or last, you can.
Well, it has to be with the willing creature. So, what do you guys think as a team?
I'm alright getting out there for first hits. I can do some business to maybe make other people's fighting easier, so I don't mind being the first through the gap, as they say.
Okay, because I can cast some boost spells on some buff spells on you if you want. I got that good shit.
That's what I was thinking. If you have a buff to give him, and would he be second? Garrett,
He
you
would be the
second?
second of you three.
Of us three, yes. Then yeah,
Does Hydra want to swap initiative with me?
It does not.
If Sullivan has a good enough buff, I don't have much to offer. But if Sullivan has a good enough buff to Garrick, I would say give that. Otherwise, switch with Garrick and let him take the first hits.
Yeah,
Right now, Garrick is going first.
I don't mind. I'll get in there first.
never
It's
mind.
cool.
All right.
I got some stuff I wanna try.
Let him mix it up. We got this. Yeah.
Great.
Cool. Get in there. Get in there. You do your thing.
Alrighty. So up first in the initiative then is Garrick. You see these 4 heads peek out. This isn't your first fight. What do you do?
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna move. So I'll go
Mm-hmm.
5,
So you have 50
10,
feet of movement.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
You will get a
Damn,
little
if-
off center. You can move yourself back onto the tile there.
Oh.
Yeah, so that gets you pretty close, but you're not quite there yet. You can dash if you want to, as a bonus action or a regular action.
No, I'm good with where I am right now, because what I am gonna do is I would like to use my druid spell, which is
Oh, okay.
Shillelagh,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I would like to cast
Get
Shillelagh
it.
on my boomerang,
Oh.
That's why I wanted wood.
Yeah, okay.
I would.
Clue just sees this from a distance and nods.
I can't believe I didn't see this coming.
And
I can hear the penny whistle on the wind.
yeah, and then I would like to use my boomerang to attack, please.
Yeah, for sure. Let me double check how a boomerang works and what Shillelagh does.
yeah. So sorry, there's a couple things you probably gotta look up now.
But that's great. How do you cast spells? Do you have any flavor for that?
Oh yeah. So it's just sort of I hold the boomerang in one hand, I bring it over the top, and so now I'm holding it with both hands sort of in front of me, and I whisper, not like at the boomerang, but it is in front of me, so the whisper goes towards it, and it just sort of starts glowing with like a green iridescent light sort of coming off of it as I mutter my cool spell into it.
Great. Thank you for stoning.
Yeah,
for me.
absolutely. I'm also going to add it to my.
No, you're good.
Well, you say that. But
Yeah, I might have picked out the wrong druid cantrips for you, but you can absolutely have Shillelagh. And so you get to use your spellcasting ability, which is Wisdom for you, for the attack and damage rolls of the weapon. And the weapon's damage die becomes a D8 instead of a D4. All right, and you can deal force damage. All right, go ahead and make your attack roll, I guess. It's a ranged attack, so it uses your dexterity. It is a simple weapon, so you are proficient with it as a monk. You can add your proficiency bonus and your
so
dexterity.
it's going to be
your D20
my
roll.
roll plus 8, right?
6.
Well, 6 is my dex modifier.
6 is your dex modifier? 3 is your dex
Oh,
modifier.
sorry, I was looking at my saving throws. I'm still getting used to the new. Yeah, so plus 5. Okay.
Plus 6, because your proficiency is 3
Oh, my
and your
proficiency is
dexterity
3. Oh, awesome. Okay, so it's 17.
Yeah, that was as
It's a
a
17
roll.
plus 6, so it's a 23.
Definitely
Alright.
hits. So roll your D8 plus wisdom force damage.
All right. Have to always make sure I'm holding the right dice before I roll it.
It's important.
Jesus, I have the littlest table I'm rolling on here, guy. Oh, I rolled an 8. Okay, so
Keep it on the table. Damn! So that's 8 plus 3 is 11 force damage.
but now my boomerang's on the ground over there.
And yeah, it conks it on one of its heads and it falls on the ground in front of it.
Okay.
But that's still a pretty hefty little bit of damage. You still have another attack, technically, and your bonus action.
Yeah, so for my bonus action, I am going to take. Sorry, let me just pull it up so I make sure that I know how it works, but I know what I want to do, which is I am going to take Step of the Wind so that I can
Right.
dash as a bonus action. So,
Great. So you have another 50 feet of movement speed.
all right,
'Cause that is your movement speed, you lunatic.
all right, and then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to pick up my boomerang.
Yeah, you can use your free object interaction to pick up your boomerang. And you still have another attack from your
Yep,
multi-attack.
I'm standing right there. And do I still have, like, if I take an attack now, do I still have 25 feet of dash? Or am I stuck where I am? Okay.
Yes. No, you can still move, but you don't have a disengage, so it will
It
get
will
an
get
opportunity
the
attack on you.
old opportunity attack on me. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so as a bonus action, I will use Flurry of Blows.
You already used your bonus action to dash.
Oh,
unfortunately.
I'm sorry. I thought that was a second attack thing. Okay, so then, yeah, I'll just...
No, you just have 2 attacks with your base attack. So when you did your
Yep.
first boomerang, you had another one.
Makes
locked
total
and loaded.
sense. I'm gonna go with Unarmed Strike. I'm just gonna punch him.
I love it. Give him a punch. That's a D20 plus 6 again.
So that's gonna be a... Oh, that's only a 10.
That is not going to hit the Hydra. You go to punch him with your good gnome fists, but one of the heads veers out of the way, catching wise to you.
All right, and then I'm
Uh,
gonna move away, so I'll go ahead and take the opportunity attack right on the chin.
okay. He will try to attack you. That is a total of 20. I think
Yes,
hits.
it does.
You can, as a monk, you have a reaction that you can use to reduce damage. Do you see this?
Yeah, over in my reactions. Yeah, I have deflect attack and redirect attack.
Yeah, you can use redirect if you deflect all the damage.
Okay.
So you can do that if you want, but you won't be able to use your opportunity attack.
Okay, so I'll use deflect attack,
It's going to try to hit.
and
Okay.
I will roll a.
So it's going to try to hit you for 11 damage. You can
All right,
reduce
I'll
it.
roll a d10. I got a 4 plus 8 is 12.
That's 12. That's all the damage. So as it comes in for a bite, you are able to, jump up and push yourself off of it to get away.
Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna
Maybe.
redirect because that takes a focus point, and we're pretty early in this fight.
Correct.
But
Even you still have another 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Is that where you want
I
to go?
have 25 feet. I'll have you know.
Well, you use the first 5 to move away the first time.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, then just right between those statues is good for me.
Great. A very efficient turn. I don't think you have any other options, but is there anything else you want to do?
I'll just turn around and shake my hiney at him.
Oh, I love that. I'll give you that as a free action for
Appreciate
sure.
it. I'm not pulling Trow down or anything. It's just sort of a.
Sure. Well, it's not
Of
that.
course not.
Yet. The princess is here.
Right,
for
I'm
God's
saying.
Yeah, there's a small child watching. Jesus.
sake. Very good. A wonderful first turn. That takes us to the Hydra's turn, who is pretty miffed at you, my guy. I'm gonna be real. So he's gonna go ahead and take 5, 10, 15, let's say 20 down to there. And that should let him actually do 2 attacks on Garrick and 2 on Clue as the 2 pairs of heads split around either side of the statue.
Feeling pretty good about changing my position to this one.
First attack on you, Garrick, is a 4 plus 8 is a 12.
That's a
I don't
miss.
think that hits. First attack on you, Clue, is a 3 plus 8. That's an 11. Back to Garrick is a 2 plus 8. That's
Also
a 10.
misses.
Good starts. Finally, 10 plus 8 is an 18. Does that hit you, Clue? I think you're muted. I think you are muted.
Yes, I did mute myself earlier, but yes, that hit.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's only 1. So that is 1d10 plus 5.
Ooh. Ooh.
That is 10 damage.
Crew needs help!
As it bites into your shoulder.
You got a healing potion. You'll be okay.
That is its full turn, though. So that takes us, next up is you, Clue. Get your revenge.
If I move, will it get an opportunity attack on me?
Probably.
This displeases Clue.
Didn't, I might not recall. Do you have Shocking Grasp?
Oh, Clue does.
I thought you did. That will prevent opportunity attacks from the creature if it hits.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
I will also say, you did see it do its opportunity attack against Garrick earlier.
Oh, that is true. And
Oh yeah, get out of there, my dude.
Clue will back up. Clue's going to back up.
Okay. As you leave its range, one of the other heads attacks you because it has as many opportunity attacks as it has heads.
Man, we really should have seen that coming. Huh.
I'm sorry, I just...
That's rude. You even
That
reminded
is
us.
rude. I'm sorry, I feel bad about that.
Baited him into it and everything. You were
pretty
like,
funny, though.
you got this, man.
No.
Whoops.
Do you want to use Shocking Grasp? I will let you use Shocking Grasp.
No. I am editing out that you're offering me to use Shocking Grasp retroactively now because this is going to be fantastic for socials.
Fair
Fuck
enough.
you. I'm just gonna put you on blast now.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
that's-
I back up a few steps and then.
And one of the other 2 heads that haven't attacked yet snaps at you. That is a... God, this dice is kind of hard to read. 7 plus 8 is a 15. Does that hit?
Doesn't hit.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. I didn't fuck you up too bad. So it snaps at you, but and you're very surprised to see this, but you do manage to back away in time.
Shake your tush!
He hates that.
As Clue is running away and just barely dodging that head, he pulls out a little orb made of diamond. He mutters a few words to it, and then he just throws it back, casting Chromatic Orb. And
Wonderful.
we're going to say acid damage.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
But first I must do... Is that a spell attack roll? Yes, that is a spell attack roll. It's on the floor.
Better lock that down.
Keep it on the table.
Okay, I'll roll it on the table again. That was a 10 plus 7, 17.
17 does hit.
It's 3d8 acid damage.
Go!
As the ball explodes into a shower of acid rain. Just avoids.
That is 14 plus 3, 17 acid damage. But two of those rolls was a 7, which means that the
Right.
orb can bounce somewhere else. Can I just have her bounce to a different head?
Reading. Yeah, that's fun. I like that. I don't even care what the rules are. Sure.
Very well, very well. Attack roll gets the up. That's a natural 20.
Jesus Christ. Do your critical hit damage.
That
Those
is
dice.
7 plus 3, 10 plus 6, 16 for another 16 acid damage. Do I double that, or do I double the roll?
Double the roll, I believe. Although I haven't actually checked if that changes. Didn't imagine it did. Let's go with the roll for now, and if I come back in a second, we'll figure it out.
Very well. So I doubled the 16?
Well, sorry, you rolled a 6. Oh, yeah, because it's all roll, isn't it? Because it's a spell. Yeah, okay, fuck me.
Yes.
We are ruining this thing.
Yeah, kind of. Actually, that hit is big enough that as the damage comes down, you see one of the heads gets dissolved away and goes down to bone and then collapses.
Wowzers!
Okay.
There's a huge cheer from the crowd. You look up and you see the princess.
Do the tush shake!
Aye.
Clue, you got anything else?
No.
Alrighty. That takes us to you, Sol.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the idea of getting closer.
On a
but-
critical hit, you roll extra dice. You roll all of the dice twice. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay. That's whatever.
It's fine.
We know for next time.
Indeed.
Interesting that it's that way around now.
I have lost the ability to move my character, it looks like.
What is going on with you?
I don't know. I'm having all kinds of
Do you have
trouble.
one of the things on the
Oh.
left selected? You have to have none of the
Apologies.
things on the left selected.
Oh, I see. Got it.
One
What do you
moment.
wanna do, Brandon?
Before I finish my turn, I do need to roll a d20 to see if I activate.
You
my
absolutely should roll a
I
d20.
was wondering if that was something that happened on a crit.
That was an 11. That was an 11. It
11
doesn't
is
have
not
a
a 20.
crit. But
No, it's just anytime he casts a spell. But he has
What?
to then roll a crit on that die to get it to happen.
exactly.
Gotcha.
So right at 11, we're still good. Everything is safe.
Mhm.
I need to remind
Oh.
myself about that.
Yeah, between the two of us, we'll remember. I was talking, Riley, about when 10 years ago when we were playing 2014 5th edition when it first came out. I think your first character was a dwarf wild magic sorcerer, and I never remembered to make you roll on the wild magic table then either. So we'll see if we can do it better now.
I got a lot
Okay.
to know.
That was also in the
So-
era where we didn't quite understand how monsters moved. We've learned a lot since then.
Yeah, it was probably pretty close to then. We've learned a lot since then.
Alright. I'm gonna move a little closer to this whole situation, unfortunately.
For sure.
5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see.
You should
I'm
have.
using the
Oh,
ruler
no,
function
Clue
a
has
lot just to
35.
see if Yeah, no, I just have 30 feet of movement. I'm just a normal human
You're
man.
just a regular human.
How far
BD
away from
Gonzalez of
Hydra?
gnomes.
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm gonna leave myself there.
Seems like a fine place for you.
Actually... how do I measure how far away I am from the Hydra? Is it like to the edge of the circle or like the middle of its circle?
Oh,
For like casting
what are you
spells?
trying to do that matters? I'll say if you can touch it, you're good. Like if you can get to
Okay.
the edge, you're fine.
Gotcha.
You seem to be about 45 feet away from it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna move like there. That's my last 10 feet of movement. I'm gonna get up right beside my buddy Clue. I'm just gonna see how far. Just out of range.
You're trying to get 30? Yeah, it's like 31 feet away
literally.
from you.
Yeah, literally, it's just not justifiable. All right. In that case, what's Mind Sliver's range? 60 feet. Hell yeah.
There you go.
I
Sliver
cast
is
my-
mine.
I cast
Sliver
Mind
is
Sliver.
mine.
I'm gonna take my lucky gold coin out of my pocket and flip it up into the air, and while it's in the air, it's gonna like catch one of the sun's rays and just shoot a beam down right onto the Hydra.
I love that.
And what
Oh.
is... I'm pulling up the spell too.
Yes,
it needs to make an intelligence save.
throw. Oh.
Yeah.
Is this a very smart Hydra?
Yeah, eat dicks, Hydra. Can't
Well, he rolled a
imagine.
natural 1,
That's
which
not gonna
does put
help.
the total at -3. So I think you sliver his mind.
Dope. That's gonna be... Oh, damn it. That's gonna be 1 psychic damage. As I sliver its mind.
It's so sliver. Isn't it 2d6? How is that possible?
It's 1d6.
Are you...
No, it's 2d6
Really sure.
on 5th level, isn't it? Once we reach the 5th level.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
At
okay.
fifth
It
level
doesn't...
comes out.
Right, okay.
Remember, cantrips are upgraded now. I love it.
Yes.
That's another 1. That's 2 damage. It's 2 psychic
Okay, well
damage.
that's, it's twice as good. So
Yes.
you also give it disadvantage on the next save that it has to make. Right?
Not disadvantage, it subtracts a d4.
Works also. Let me mark down your damage. Look, you guys have been fucking it up. It is now bloodied, which is, by the way, an official rule in the game now. It wasn't before.
Good.
Does it officially mean half health?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
It doesn't do anything. Presumably,
Right.
in 4th edition, the last time bloodied was a real thing, there were some monsters that had stat blocks that would say, like, when it's bloodied, it gets access to this thing. So that might come back, but right now it doesn't do anything.
Ooh, yeah, Musk's just gonna get their, like, friggin' damage boost abilities.
Okie doke. And that takes us to the top of the round, back to Garrick. Yeah?
Yeah, great, perfect.
Unless, sorry, was there anything else you wanted to do, Sterling?
No, I don't have anything I can do in a bonus action right now, so... Nah.
Great.
I am...
What you got, my speedy little gnome?
Sorry, I was just, I was swapping in Shillelagh on my character sheet. So, okay, I'm back. I am going to pull up my action.
You just saw one of its heads collapse to the ground, seemingly dead.
Yeah, hell yeah. Seemingly. I am I am going to here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get in there. So let's go. Where am I at here? Here we go. I'm gonna just really 1, 2, 3, so that's 15 feet of movement. And I am going to start by using my unarmed strike. So that's
Great.
just...
So you're taking the attack action, which lets you take 2 attacks.
So first I'm going to use my unarmed strike. So that's going to be +6 to hit. I moved my microphone box over here, so I have a little dice tray because I felt embarrassed about how I kept rolling off the table.
Nice.
So that's a 15 plus 6 is a 21.
Ooh, crazy hits.
All right, great. So that's 1d8 plus 3 of damage. That's 4 plus 3 is 7 damage. And then because I hit, it says once per turn when you hit with a monk attack or an unarmed strike, you can expend 1 focus point to attempt a stunning strike.
You sure can, my man.
So I am going to do that. So I would like to expend my first
Stun that
focus
bitch.
point, and it's got to make a DC 14 Constitution save.
Okie doke. Now it did roll pretty bad, but the sad part is because it has multiple heads, it has an ability where it has advantage on stun saves, as well as a few other things. So you knock it, and you seem to stun one of the heads, but now we have to see if you do it good enough to
Honestly,
get
I
them all.
only thought I was going to be able to get one, so this is fine.
I see you prepared for this, Jack.
Yes, I did pick this monster out specifically. That is a 12 plus 5 for its Constitution modifier, which gives us a 17.
So that's going to save.
So it does succeed, but Stunning Strike now has a rider on a success, right?
So on a successful save, the target speed is halved until the start of my next turn, and the next attack roll made against it has advantage.
Yeah, so you still have both of those attacks.
And so
which will probably keep it from making it to you guys.
I am also going to use my second attack now, which I have advantage on.
Which you have advantage on.
And I'm going to pull out a second 20-sided dice so that I can do that. This one looks cool. So let's go ahead and roll them both. The higher, it's an 11 and a 14, so the 14 plus 6 will be 20.
Hits.
And then I'll roll another d8 plus 3 for damage. So that's 3 plus 3 is 6.
6 damage.
And now, Stunning Strike doesn't count as a bonus action, right? That's just a thing I can do if I hit.
Correct.
Okay, so
You still have your bonus.
so then I am going to expend 1 focus point to make 2 more unarmed strikes.
Hell yeah! Flurry of blows.
Get
4
it.
attacks.
All right, that's 2 out of 5.
Stun their asses.
2 out of 5 so far, but yeah, I'm just... I watched
I love it.
Actually, Jack, you and I were talking about this the other day. I watched that Jackie Chan hour-long, like, my stunts thing, kind of to get inspired for how a monk might be in here fighting.
I love that, yeah.
Okay,
He's a great go-to monk.
so unarmed strike, yeah, it's the same thing I've been saying. It's plus 6, so the first one is an 11. Probably not.
Total?
Yeah.
No.
And the second one, the second one's a 23 total.
Fucking clock him in the eyeball.
All right, that's 1d8 plus 3. That's only 4 damage.
4 more damage. Well, you hit him a couple of times. He's looking pretty punched the fuck out.
And then I'll take another. I'll risk it for the biscuit again on the opportunity attack to try and move away with the remainder of my motion.
I love that. It will snap at you. That is 13 plus 8 is
That's a
21.
hit-a-rooney.
That hits. You still have your reaction this turn if you want to reduce this
I would
damage.
love to reduce this damage.
14 damage.
So I am going to deflect attack. When an attack roll. Oh, sorry, Jack. So this is it's by damage type. So is it bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is piercing damage.
So I'm going to roll a d10. I'm going to add 8 to it. We're going to see how that goes. I rolled a 3, so 3 plus 8 is 11.
So you reduce 11 of the 14 damage, so you still take 3. It grazes
All right,
you.
now I will see if I can, while everybody else goes, I'll figure out how to get back to my health so that I can take those points away from me.
Sure. And then, do you want to move just straight back?
Yeah. I just want to go
the left
north
again?
on the map, please.
Oh, okay. How much movement
I have
do you have
half of
left?
it
Do you
left, so
remember?
5 squares. Oh no, because I keep forgetting I used 5 for the deflect, so I had 4 movement left.
Right. No. Yeah, you're good. I got you. Okie doke. Then, next up is the Hydra, I believe.
Sorry, how much? I said you said I took 4 damage.
Yes.
Apply changes. Look at that. This is so easy and convenient to use. This D&D Beyond sponsorships available.
All right. So that takes us to the Hydra, who last turn had one of its heads die. However, on this turn, where the head was particularly injured, you see it start to regenerate, and a second head sprouts out. So we're now up to 5.
God damn it! Captain America Comics warned me about this. I should have listened.
Where is it gonna go though? That is the question. I think it is gonna target these ones because it is pretty conflicted. Well, actually, no. You only because you have its movement speed. I forgot about that too. So it's actually gonna go like 5, 10, 15, and then not be able to catch up at all.
Hell yeah. Oh. I'd like to shake my tush as a free action.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it to you. Please, I mean, normally you do it on your own turn. But that's fine.
Sorry, I forgot. Well, I can't do it because he's I'm react. It's a reaction actually, Jack. It's a reaction to his inability to move.
I'll allow it this time.
But watch out.
That takes us to Clue. As you watch this thing like stumbling in half a daze, trying to catch up to Garrick, who just punched faster than you've ever seen anyone punch anything.
This is funny because I've never played a monk before, and I'm really riding this high.
Oh, it's awesome, isn't it?
Are you possibly muted, man?
Damn it.
It's okay. We can hear you chewing noises.
Thank you, Stroke.
We were recording two for the show the other day. Available now at NIHF.com. And Deepak just opened a chip bag straight into the microphone.
Yeah, of course.
I cannot move my character. Why can I not move my character?
You have a tool selected on the left.
What was up?
You need to have no things selected on the left.
Ah!
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
what it was.
select.
Okay, so I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20,
Once for
25.
every mark.
30, 35.
Great.
Alright. After I've asserted my dominance of having more speed than anybody else here, I am going to...
Starting to think the Clue might be the chosen one just because of the confidence. Came out the womb, first words were, Clue was the chosen one.
What was that, Bruno?
Yes, I will cast Cloud of Daggers on the Hydra.
Cloud of daggers, you say?
Centered on the Hydra.
All
It's a
right.
Fire up the
5-foot
meat grinder!
It is a 5-foot cube, and each creature in that area, I am counting each head, takes 4d4 slashing damage. There is no save. There is no save. There is no
There's
roll.
just save?
It just happens.
That's insane, really?
Listen, if you're in a
Looking
cloud
up
of
this-
daggers, they're
not
gonna
that I
hit
don't
you.
believe
I suppose.
I mean, when you put it that way.
It used to be a deck save, damn.
I pull out a sliver of glass.
A sliver of glass.
Cloud of daggers. Yeah, each creature in that area takes 44 slashing damage.
Holy shit.
We all have kind of
The creature
techie
takes
adjacent
damage
backgrounds.
once.
Can you imagine the pain of trying to like import all the new rules just like at one time?
Right.
No idea.
Go ahead and roll your 44 damage, Bruno.
Will do.
Like, if
I'm not
Larry-
sure if I'm told that every head is a different creature yet, but
Well,
roll your damage.
8, 9, 8,
guess
9
they all-
plus 3, 12. 12 slashing damage.
I'll give it to you twice. I won't give it to you 5 times.
Yeah, they do all have one turn between the 5 of them, so that's fair.
That is true. that is true.
This is just some table talk now as Bruno rolls his incredible damage.
Mhm.
But I'm just kind of thinking to myself that it's interesting, right? That the one head was sort of taken. When it walked in, it had the one head fully missing. I'm trying to. It was. I'm wondering if fire damage
Well,
or
it
something
was-
on that neck could stop it from regrowing.
Yeah, I believe that was intentional game design.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
thinking now. I'm observing the.
Unfortunately, I have
Like red.
absolutely nothing that does fire damage, so it can't be me.
And then I hate that I'm doing this early, but as my bonus action, I will take the healing potion.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And how many points back does that give me?
Glug, glug. Not a ton. Healing potion.
I'm guessing it's 2d4, and I'm guessing
Yeah, I
that
think
very
it's the same.
optimistically.
2d4 plus 2, I think.
Okay.
Potion of healing. Yep. It is the same.
Right. So I healed 9 points. That gets me 1 point below max. So I'm good. I'm safe.
And you guys were nervous. All right. That takes us to Sullivan.
Yeah. I am, let's see, I'm gonna go just straight 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And how bad is this Hydra looking?
It's pretty beat up at this point.
Did it look like it got healthier when it regenerated its heads?
It did, yes.
Stronger.
Definitely. It looked like that was a healing process.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid
But
of.
it is still bloodied.
In my surroundings in the arena, are there like any open lit fires anywhere?
You notice a few torches. There are these 4 enormous sconces up in the corners of the arena, but you can never reach those. And none of them seem lit besides because it is daytime.
Which where about? Could you ping maybe where the sconces, those large sconces are? I haven't.
Oh, there, you can see them in the corner. They're like way up. They're in the very corners of the map.
Oh, I
They're
see. Oh,
like
okay. That's
stadium
that's
lighting.
not helpful.
And then
Okay.
there's some up by the princess's dais, and I could even say there's some around, but again, none of them are lit.
Yeah. No, that's good. That is a process that will take too long. I am simply going to mind sliver.
Sliver is mine! It just sounds like so out of place.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
for it.
take my coin in my hand. I'm just gonna wave it around, and like just this whip of psychic energy will start whipping around my head. I'm just gonna try to snap it at the Hydra. Intelligence saving throw, fucker.
Now, this is its first intelligence save since you last slivered its mind, so it gets the minus d4, right?
Hell yeah.
Think you're gonna make it.
Or actually, it would have had to make a Constitution saving throw for stunned, right?
You're right.
But I guess it didn't apply then, so I guess, yeah.
But what did it roll for the stun? It rolled like a 17? Oh, I don't think it could have made it. That would have been fun, though. Riley, are you frozen? Or are you just pensive?
Just pensive.
Okay.
I thought that I'm scouring my character sheet for anything that even remotely resembles fire damage.
You are an elemental.
That's what I thought.
monk,
Okay,
so if
yes,
you go
yeah.
to... okay,
Yeah,
we'll talk
no,
about
yeah,
it
yeah,
second. Mind Sliver definitely hits.
Yeah, okay, cool. 2d6, that's a 6, and a 2, that's 8. Psychic
8 points of
damage.
Psychic damage.
Yes,
As he
and
reels
it's-
back.
And another d4 on
Yep,
its
for the
next
next
saving
save.
throw.
Which I'll try to keep in mind better.
Yeah, I'll try to remind you. I forgot as well.
Up to you, Garrick. So yes, you are an elemental.
Yeah, I'm looking
monk,
at it now.
so
It's
if
called
you go to
Elemental
features and
Attunement.
traits-
It says at the start of your turn, you can expend
Yeah.
1 focus point to imbue yourself with elemental energy, which lasts for 10 minutes or until you have the incapacitated condition.
So if you click on
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
Riley, like a little sidebar
Yep.
should pop up, and then do you see on the bottom it says option?
I do, yeah, and I can activate Elemental Attunement.
Yeah, and that'll like put it on your
Yeah,
character
which I'm just going
sheet.
to go ahead and do now because 10 minutes seems like it's workable, even though none of those heads are out now.
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
that's
so I'll
smart.
activate that. That's not an action or anything, right? That's just...
I am checking now. No, it just says at the start of your turn, expend
Okay.
a focus point.
That's what
to
I
do
thought.
it. So
Okay,
no,
so I will... Yeah,
the
I
mark
think
focus
Garrick takes his fists up by his head and then straightens his arms down, and a little bit of flame starts just kind of working its way from the tips of his fingers
Would
up
you-
towards his elbows.
Would you say he cocks his
Yeah,
arms
like Henry Cavill, absolutely. Yeah, he reloads his arms.
And then they're on fire.
Reaches into his belt and throws his shillelagh-powered boomerang.
Okay, I love that. Do you want to do an unarmed strike to do your fire damage?
You know, that's a great point that I hadn't really thought of. I was just sort of getting that in the tank for later, but yeah, why not? Let's get up there and mess with him. That's it. So he takes out the
So
boomerang
you also have 10
and then
feet.
considers the fact that his arms are on fire and puts the boomerang back.
He's not the smartest.
No. That's why he talks the way he does, Gav. I'm just kidding. Apologies to our
So
UK
your
listeners
range.
for both my accent and the thing I just said. I'm in range. Oh yeah, that's
your
right,
range
because
goes
I'm
up by
elemental.
10
Yeah,
feet.
right. So I can do it from a distance.
So you can hit him literally
Yeah,
from where you're
absolutely.
standing. You can like shoot
Yeah,
fireballs.
that's what
at
I'm
him.
gonna do. I'm gonna take unarmed strike with fire from a distance.
And you just do a little fire bending right into his chest.
I don't know what you're
love that.
talking about because
Roll
my
your-
brother, who said I was gonna watch Avatar with him, never came through.
Well, I've been thinking about it again. We're gonna get back into it.
All right, that is an 18 plus 6. Okay, so then I'll roll a d8 plus 3. Freaking ruled another 8, baby. So
Great. That's 12 damage.
8 plus 3 is 11, Jack. I know you're not great at math, but
I'm not great at math.
Nope. No, not like he's
yeah,
studying
it definitely doesn't
college or
have
anything.
2 math degrees or whatever the hell it is.
Well, I only have the one. Second attack.
Yep, that one's going to be... Oh, hold on. I had a whole plan for this, and now you're embarrassing me by... First, I would like
Sorry.
to do Stunning Strike on it again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess you
Minus
can do
1d4 on the saving throw.
that. Yep. Okay, here we go. With advantage, but minus a d4. First one was a 2. Second one was a fucking 3. It fails with a +5 and advantage.
Fuck yeah! Fuck your
touch
Hydra.
is wiggling,
As
baby!
the fire, which is its weakness, comes in and blasts it in the head. It screams and seems to like get all sorts of confused. Each head pulls in a different direction as the thing is just locked in one place.
All right, so on a failed save, the target has the
roll your
stun
damage.
condition until the start of my next turn, and then I am going to take my second attack, which is going to be just
Yeah. And to review stunned, attack rolls all have advantage, and he automatically fails strength and dexterity saves.
Cool. All right, this is going to be where I shillelagh him.
Okay.
So I have advantage now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna whip my boomerang. This is actually, I feel like I totally broke the game by doing this because it says touch right on the range, but I'm like, you're gonna get touched by my boomerang.
No, that's just for you to
Oh,
touch
okay.
the boomerang. You're good. It doesn't list boomerangs, but I like this enough that it's...
I rolled an 11 and a 14, so the 14 plus 6 is gonna be a 20. I'm rolling on
That'll
fire.
take out another head.
And so then it's 1d10 plus 3 of damage. So that's a 7, plus 3 is a 10. but now my
Okay, 10 more damage.
now my boomerang is on the ground there.
Yes, the boomerang is once again at the ground in front of the now stunned Hydra.
And then, you said it's bloodied already, right?
It's very hurt at this point. It looks rough.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move toward. Oh no, I don't have to because I'm using elemental bending. So
Yeah,
I'm
you're in
gonna
range.
use flurry of blows.
All right, mark off your fourth
Yep,
focus point.
that is number 4.
And then
Yeah.
do 2 more attacks, you fucking maniac.
Hell yeah. Spend them if you got
All
them.
right, so it's +6 to hit. The first one is a 6.
You too could spend all of your resources each fight if you become a martial
I'm gonna
fighter.
do a 16 + 6 is a 22,
Hits.
and then the other one's
a
and
16
then
would
a
have
10.
hit.
Well, the other one's a 10 + 6 is a. Hey.
That hits.
So that is 2d8s + 3. The first one is a 4 + 3 is 7. And the second one
Mm-hmm.
is a 7 + 3 is a 10. I like these dice. I'm gonna try and keep
Great.
these out.
So you, again, in 4 incredibly fast blows that are now shooting fire out of your hands, you and this really seems to daze the creature as it collapses sort of into a slump. Some of the heads try to lift and look around, but it seems unable. One of them seems dead again. You've killed another head. It's down to 4. And with that,
Wait,
it is
hold on.
the Hydra's
Do I have
turn.
movement left?
Yeah, you have all your movement. You have
Okay,
movement.
I would like to hold on. I don't have the map open. I'm just looking at our recording screen here. Oh yeah, I would like to. Can I get to Clue?
Yes. I really thought you were talking about the board game. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
All right. Put me on the other side of him, actually.
45, 50. you sneaky little guy.
What are you
I'm gonna
doing?
buff you up, mate.
All right.
I'm gonna
Excuse
make
me?
you big and stronger, bigger and stronger.
But the clue is biggest.
Yeah, but it's gonna be better now, isn't it? You just do your thing, bruv.
You see the Hydra starting to get its footing again, as one of the nerfs to Stunning Strike is that it does not last through the Hydra's turn anymore. He recovers at the start of his turn, unfortunately.
Oh, fuck.
At the start of his turn, that sucks. That sucks.
I do believe that was one of the few nerfs. Let me double check. Stunning
So
Strike.
what I am looking at says the target is stunned until the start of my next turn.
Oh, until the start of your next turn, and it used to be the end of your next turn, which is maybe even worse. But he is still stunned for his turn. You're right. Thank you for pointing that out. So he doesn't get to do fuck all this turn, and takes us straight through to Clue.
Well, in that case, since he hasn't moved, he does take that slashing damage from the cloud of daggers again.
Oh my god, it
Oh,
sticks
God,
around.
The sticks are still out, bitch!
Hell yeah. Hell
Okay,
yeah.
great. Roll your cloud of daggers damage.
Is that concentration?
That's
As these
sick.
magical flying
It's-
daggers
it
continue
is-
to cut
it-
into his slumped body.
It is concentration for a minute. That's 6 plus 2 plus 4, 12 slashing damage. Once again.
Great. And then, your turn.
Now it is my turn. Jack,
What's up?
if I did quicken spell, depending on if it's a cantrip, would I be able to cast the same cantrip twice?
I don't see why not.
Using quicken spell, I would like to double tap Sorcerer's Burst on the bitch.
Yeah, okay, sure. Go ahead and cast Sorcerer's first.
And I would like to use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on the first roll.
I love that.
So that first roll was a 17. The second roll was a 19 plus 7 for 26.
That hits.
And then that is going to be It's 2d8, yes? 2d8. And I'll make it slashing damage again.
Are you crazy super sure you don't want to make it fire damage?
Ooh.
Just, it is an option. I think you're the only, well, other than Riley, I think you're the spellcaster who can do fire stuff. So if you wanted to think about it, but I don't want to tell you how to live your life.
Sure. Yeah, I know. I'll do it. I'll make it.
You did notice it didn't regenerate itself when its turn came and went.
That's true. Yes, I'll make this 9 fire damage.
Great. It's still the same amount of damage, but maybe that does something else.
And then I'll just cast Sorcerer's Burst again.
Great. You didn't roll any 8s.
No, I did not roll any 8s. Oh, but
That
for the first Sorcerer's Burst, just a quick D20. That's a 19. Still good.
Close.
I think it's only a leveled spell, right?
Oh, is it a leveled spell?
I think it's when you use a spell slot.
Wow.
That sounds right. That does sound.
But you can still use a spell slot this turn if you want.
That's true, because I did just use.
And it would be guaranteed. We want to shake it up at the end here.
I cast Chromatic Orb.
ride the
again.
dragon.
Yeah! We love that. Okay.
Okay, so Chromatic Orb is going to be just a standard spell attack roll. Wait, no, it's not a spell. Is it a spell? Yes, it is a spell.
Yeah, it's a spell attack.
Then that's a 24
Hits.
for 3d8 fire damage.
You have to roll really bad.
That was math 15 fire damage.
How do you want to do this?
As I blast one of the Sorcerer's Burst energies, all of the heads except one just completely burn to a crisp. And I just look at that last one and just double tap it.
And I love that. And as it's a huge torrent of fire seems to burn each of the heads down to a similar stump that you saw when it first came in. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me, Bruno.
Yes, I shall. That was an 89.
You wanna tell me what that does?
Let me take a quick look.
I'm glad I'm stood far away from you right now.
Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage.
Just
How about 3 of them heads?
Nope, it's dead now.
That's
There's
all,
3
Garrick.
creatures in the area.
That's all, Garrick.
Bruno annihilates the princess.
It does. Okay, if it says up to, then you don't have to choose them if you don't want to.
No, I'm choosing.
Okay, Garrick, I think you get struck by lightning.
All right. Well, if this is how we're playing the game,
Wow,
I
rude.
would like to use a react. I was
No.
getting my buff ready to help my buddy out, but hold on, let me pull up my reactions.
Can you use it on lightning damage?
Is it up
Not
to...
yet. He will get to
Okay.
later.
So up to 3, I don't need to select a minimum of 1.
I don't think so.
I'll
It
just,
doesn't say so.
for flavor's sakes, I'll choose the 3
Yeah,
closest.
yeah.
statues.
Just
Oh, I like that.
like a celebration of lightning.
Indeed, and the crowd goes nuts for it. The whole thing, the fire, the burning it away, and then this huge flash at the end. It was a spectacular finish and a hell of a start. The crowd goes nuts. The princess is on her feet. She seems delighted.
I'm shaking my tush like crazy.
And at the
No,
princess,
just around the arena. Everybody's clapping.
just around in the general.
They're like
just
doing a
twerking.
wave as I like spin my tush around.
And a few clerics come out and do eventually guide you back off the arena floor and back to your waiting area, and where you find the dwarf from before. That was right, brilliant. I didn't know you could fight like that. We would have got a bigger monster. I think Riley's rubbing
Hey,
off.
oh,
on it.
yes, boy. I like the way you speak, Gaff.
They suddenly find out they're from the same town.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when two people from New York are like, "Are you from New York?" I am.
Oh, deep, eh? Oh, yeah.
You are taken back to your
Roommates for
rest
40
area.
years.
Each of you can take a short rest. I was expecting to hit you a few more times so that you would have to heal up more. Than
Yeah,
you
no, I'll take
did,
my 4
but
hit points back.
I'll take my sorcery points back.
Indeed.
I will do
You
an
all can
arcane
take
recovery.
back whatever
and
you
my
get on
spell
your
slot
short
back.
rest.
There's a button for... Oh, there it is.
And
Oh, and I'm also gonna exchange out a spell.
mm,
As
Oh
is
yeah,
my
because
one.
you can do that on.
Yeah, I can-
on
yeah, I
shadows.
can-
new wizard thing.
Is that? Do I only get one, or do I?
You can swap one spell for one other spell.
Okay.
One prepared spell for one other one.
Hmm.
And
I must choose.
and
this
yeah.
one.
That went better than expected. Clue's pulling chips out of his crotch. That's where he's been pulling all of his material components
I
as
love
well.
that. His loincloth.
I thought you said his Crocs.
That would be great. I love that.
He's got these big foam shoes on. full of
Yeah, he
full
changed
of
them into
magic
sport mode for the
components.
competition.
The only Crocs in the world.
When he casts magic missile, it's just one coming out of each hole.
Silly.
Oh, Bruno, do you still have the wild magic
Alright.
table up? I rolled a 20 just for fun. I was curious what would have happened.
Oh yeah, let me let you know. Let me get back to it. 1 second. That's
Was it a D100? Okay.
So you want just a 20 and a 0.
Mhm.
Cool. You are subjected to an effect that lasts for 1 minute unless its description says otherwise. Roll 1d8 to determine the effect. On a 1, you're surrounded by faint, ethereal
I got
music.
a
Only
4.
you and creatures within 5
It's a
feet
four.
of you.
What's a 4?
Oh, a 4. Okay. You must shout when you speak.
Oi! This is even better, isn't it?
All right. I think that went better for you guys than I anticipated. I think we're gonna take a little break here for us and a slightly longer break for the viewers. We'll be back next episode with the second half and the second fight, where you guys will be going head to head with one another. And we'll see how balanced these classes are up against each other, which is, I think, something a lot of people are interested in. So be sure to tune in for that next time. Once again, you can find us at Nerded Here First everywhere and at NIHF.com. Keep it cool.
Sorcerer's Spirit.
Don't
Oh,
get
God.
mind slivered.
Oh god, no! So many spells!
Shillelagh.